Hello, lovely Zen manifestors. My specific person that does the opposite of what I am affirming. What does it mean? This was one of the questions that I got from a client. Because I keep reading your comments on other channels, and I do get to talk to many of you, I believe that this is a recurrent concern, so I decided to do a quick video on it. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabine. I am a manifesting coach. If you are new to this channel, welcome to you. On this channel, we talk about spirituality, mindset, self-confidence, self-love, manifestation, and anything in between for you to improve your life and change the aspects of your life that you want. Okay, what I'm going to tell you is not something new under the sun that you have never heard before, but sometimes it is a good thing to be reminded, right? So if you get the opposite of what you are affirming, here are 6 possible reasons of why this is happening in your physical reality. Number 1. How long has it been since you have been consistent with the right type of affirmations or affirmations? Because if you are just after starting off, don't worry, as not everybody will see their manifestation showing up right the instant after they have corrected or correctly planted the seed, so to speak. This was actually one of the questions that I got. Planting the seed is only you basically connecting with your affirmations. Possible reason number 2. When some of you understand and feel the truth of your affirmations, in other words, when you realize that you are living in the end, this is an exciting moment and you immediately expect to see some positive results, or what you call movement. So when they start acting up, this is nearly a shocking experience, right? Well, don't worry either. The bad is getting purged before the new can settle in. Everything is happening as it's supposed to. So don't put any bad meaning or negative meaning behind what is happening and keep on affirming the right type of affirmations. Possible reason number 3. Have you connected to your affirmations? I sometimes get clients who are doing their very best. They affirm all day long. They are disciplined and they take their affirmations very seriously. If you persist in the wrong affirmations, however, or if you only repeat a few words and hope they will manifest for you, this is not really how manifestation happens, you see. It is the meaning behind the words that you will have to connect with before the affirmations start sinking in. Now, I've been told by some of you that in some videos it is said that repetition alone will do the trick. I am not going to disagree because maybe repetition was enough for some people, but to be honest, it wasn't enough for me. Because, as a reminder, I came from far with very poor self-esteem and lots of negative beliefs. So it took me to connect to my affirmations before I could see any positive result. Otherwise, I was under the impression that I was reciting a poem and it wasn't doing it for me. I tried both in English and in French, but I had to develop a method to connect to my affirmations, and then, from then on, and only then, it worked out for me every time. Possible reason number 4. You are affirming something while you believe that your person doesn't want to be with you. I know that some of you are huge into the texting and the calling, so you keep affirming around texting and calling, but all along, the picture in your head is on the fact that you don't currently hear from them. Indeed, when I talk to you, you start the coaching session by literally saying, well, you know, Sabine, I keep affirming he is texting me all the time, but he's not texting, so how come? So you might want to watch the video I've just done about that. Possible reason number 5. You affirm things around what you wish your person would do. Depending on how you have formulated it and connected to it, your affirmation is more a command to your person than you rectifying an erroneous belief within you. And when you do this, you are using force and you are trying to control your person. And when they don't comply to your order, you question the whole human concept of free will, and this creates drama in your reality. All I can do here is to recommend a course of action. I'm not going to oblige you to do anything because I am very respectful of who you are. But for me personally, the affirmations that have always worked the best and the quickest were the ones around my self-concept when worded in a specific way, as well as generic affirmations when what I wanted was finding resistance in their unfolding. Possible reason number 6. You believe that your affirmations manifest for you, so because most of the time you don't believe in your affirmations, you are convinced it won't work, but you persist nonetheless because you've heard that you don't need to believe in affirmations for them to work. And I totally agree with that statement. You do not need to believe in your affirmations for them to work in your favor, except that it depends on how you have interpreted that statement. If you keep repeating affirmations to yourself while you think at the back of your mind, I don't need to believe in my affirmations, it doesn't matter, my affirmations will manifest for me, and then you look around and there is no result or the opposite of what you want, you start questioning the validity of your affirmations. You think affirmations do not work and it was all a big hype. But my dear then manifestors, the driving power behind the words you say or think is you. It has always been you all along. You are the magic wand all by yourself. So your affirmations shouldn't be your point of focus, but their meaning, because their meaning should trigger something in you. If you feel icky, check the meaning behind your affirmations, because something is alerting you that you might get the opposite of what you are affirming. This is actually one of the most common characteristics when I talk to my clients. When I ask them if it felt good or if it felt off as they were affirming, usually they tell me that they didn't really feel so good, but they kept repeating them in the hope they would be accepted by their subconscious mind. And yeah, okay, I understand the reasoning here, but if this is your case, I'm afraid to say that you might be suppressing an unexpressed emotion. Now, it's been a while since I talked to you about emotions, but I did a couple of videos back in the day, I think around 4 months ago, in which I explained how to deal with them. It is important to deal with your emotions because it is far better and quicker to start manifesting from a clean slate than trying to suppress and to control your beliefs. Even though that video might have been uploaded 4 months ago, as I previously mentioned, this is still true, and it's not because I'm helping you get the right affirmations that they're not important anymore. I'm sure that I could go on, but I must have listed the main reasons here. Well, this video has 2 objectives. My first objective is to show you that you can still correct what you are doing. So please do not worry, do not give up, just double check what needs to be rectified and off you go. My second objective is for you to understand that you have the power to create your destiny, and affirmations are a fantastic way for you to achieve that. If I'm being honest, I can tell you that I use writing and affirmations in my life. I write because I like to read my points of focus, and I use magnetic affirmations to change my self-talk when I have identified an erroneous belief. Before leaving you for today, I'm going to give you a practical example about your SP doing the opposite of what you've been affirming. If a few ladies called Mary listen to me, I don't want to annoy you, so I'll take an example today of a woman called Jane. Okay, so I will say that Jane wants to spend a romantic evening with James. Okay, so that's the story. Jane and James have recently fought, and James has kept silence ever since. Jane is convinced that he doesn't like her anymore and that he doesn't want to hear from her. This was a few weeks ago, and Jane misses him a lot. She knows that she can manifest what she wants, so she decides to affirm, "James invites me over for a romantic dinner." Now, she uses an action type of affirmation because she has learned that an invitation implies that James needs to take an action. He might take an action either by texting her or seeing her or calling her. Romantic is also a good choice of words because Jane loves romantic gestures and dinners. But considering that Jane is convinced that James doesn't want to spend time with her, and considering that her assumption is based on something that has already happened, what affirmation do you think will win? Because lovely manifestors, all the while, the original belief of James disliking Jane is running in her head and is also manifesting. This explains why it might take a little while before James invites her out, and why she might think that she's getting the opposite of what she's affirming. But as we've seen, and as you know, this is not over, and Jane can rectify her mindset and manifest with a new belief that will guarantee that she starts over with James during that romantic dinner. And that was the video for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. If that is the case, please remember to give it a thumbs up. And until next time, happy manifesting.